it's BigJackFilms here, and welcome back to Superman Month, the show where I take a look at all the live-action Superman films prior to Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Today we're taking a look at Superman Returns, released in 2006 and directed by X-Men director Bryan Singer. So what's the plot of Superman Returns? Well, it turns out this actually takes place right after Superman 2, ignoring both Superman 3 and 4. Well, given the last two films were complete crapfest, I can see why they did that. Where it turns out Clark has returned to Earth after finding the last remnants of Krypton. In doing so, he sees that a lot of things have changed. The Daily Planet is not what it used to be, and it turns out everybody seemed to have forgotten about Superman, including Lois Lane, who is now married and has a son. Meanwhile, Lex Luthor has escaped jail once again, this time played by Kevin Spacey, where he finds the Fortress of Solitude, along with a large chunk of kryptonite, and combines it to create a giant continent to take over the world.
Of course!
In doing so, Clark must once again don the spandex and cape, and fly around saving the world from Lex Luthor's destruction. So what are my thoughts on this film? Well, to be honest, it's not as bad as people say it is. I mean, when it first came out, everybody loved it, including myself. In fact, this was my very first Superman film, watching all the way through, and in theaters, mind you. And I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But it seems lately the film has been getting quite a bit of backlash. I don't know the reasons why, but it's pretty unfair given this is a pretty good action film. It's got a great cast that lives up to the past Superman films, and the special effects are actually really good. In fact, they're upgraded this time. Brendan Routh as Superman, I'd say did a pretty good job, and looks a lot like Christopher Reeve. The suit also looks fantastic as well. The spandex are upgraded, but the S is a little bit to be desired. The girl playing Lois Lane, I can see why people hate her, but she's tolerable. And the other characters are pretty good too. And I've gotta say, Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor is a pretty damn good choice. Every time he's on screen, he's just chewing on the scenery, and he is absolutely loving it. I think he was a great choice to live up to the classic that was Gene Hackman. So those are my pros on the film. Now what are the cons? Well, I think the one thing people complain about is the fact that there's not enough Superman in it. And I can kind of agree with them. As well, it does seem a little bit dark and a little bit depressing for a Superman film, but we'll get to that shitstorm later. I also feel that the color timing on the film was really panned down and really dark to look at. I mean, come on, this is a Superman film. You could have at least brightened up the colors. But do these affect the film? No, it's actually a pretty fun movie. I'd say overall, Superman Returns is an action-packed movie, and it's fast-paced and entertaining. It's one of those movies that you might want to give a rental to. I'd give this one actually a 7 or 8 out of 10. It's once again a good movie with a few flaws. Well guys, that's my review of Superman Returns. What are your thoughts on the film? Let me know in the comments section below. Join me next time when we take a look at Man of Steel, the film that leads up to Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. You want to know my thoughts? Well, you'll have to find out next time. Until then, this is BigJackFilms signing off.